everybody, my name is Harvoid, and I'm coming to you with an interesting video today. As Sonic's birthday was yesterday, I missed the gun on that, but I'm going to cover an interesting theory I've had in the works for a while now. I'm going to ask you a simple question. What if I could tell you that Eggman, or Ivo Robotnik, wants the blue hedgehog as his ally? This isn't exactly a recent thought, but not many seem to notice it. I've never seen anybody else perform a theory on this idea. I didn't really get into Sonic stuff till the first Sonic movie came around. I honestly never even saw the bad trailers, but the Jim Carrey Robotnik was who I focused on, because he was way more interesting than our ever-loving, bouncing blue hedgehog. But the deeper I looked, the more something didn't quite match up. Take Chemical Plant here, for example. But we'll get into that in a second. I will explain more on that fact. But deeper I looked, honestly, the more easy some details kind of stuck out to me. From simple base layouts to the color of Orbot and Cubot. Need more proof? Of course you do. So, let me show you. So, this Chemical Plant image here, I know it's from Sonic Mania because it's got Knuckles' fist right there. I see that. It's a matter of, this is more a representation of this moment right here. The fact that there are ways for air bubbles to escape is something that, I mean, has always been in the Sonic games for a gameplay reason. You guys can't see me, so I'm doing quotes marks as I say that. But I say it's for something different. From the pipes that are hedgehog size to, I mean, the cracks in the floor allowing air to escape. Now, let's go ahead and look at a later game, Aquarium Park. And very much thank you to these videos. They are amazing and very well done. I am happy about these, like always. People who made these, get right, amazing at the game. I could never play these games myself. I am, see? Right there. Wait for it. Right there. The bubbles. Why still have bubbles? This is way later in the series. All the way up to the 3D age of things. So it doesn't really make sense to have these air pockets still for him. I keep looking at these two flooded levels from different Sonic eras, and I can't help but think, you know your rival can't swim. Why not just close the area off and let him die? Why build pipes that he can use to his advantage in most of your bases, or even the parkour? The Wisp Pods too, especially in later games. We'll get into that in a second. He's not going to get in shape anytime soon. He wants Sonic on his side of the game. His base layout's prove it. It's all designed with Sonic in mind, but not the way you think. Think over every Eggman base layout you know of. Isn't it a bit just easy to hop around spot to spot to spot? And yes, I watched some weird stuff. I'm Just now realizing that was the thing that was showing. Either way. The enemies aren't even a real threat. As you can see, like, Sonic and this is just dashing around it like it without a care in the world. And the parkour is not even a bother for most of the games, even without the boost ability. It's because if he does turn Sonic over, he doesn't want to reconfigure any of his bases. It'll all be ready-made for Sonic and crew to move through. Now, why did I say in crew? Let's go look at Orbot and Cubot. That was the one image I didn't prepare. Oops. Orbot and Cubot. Images. I mean, Orbot here, Knuckles. And then Cubot here, Tails. It doesn't feel like a coincidence. Now, this would be a good time to talk about why would Eggy want Sonic and his crew on his side. There are many obvious answers. But I'm going to put it simply this way. He would win in a heartbeat. Mobius or Earth, depending on what theory you believe, would be Robotnik's role. He came close to winning at one point, we all know that, and hate the game collectively. We'll talk about that in a second. Come on, that was my... So, I mean, Forces was the biggest tell, as well as Metal Sonic. We'll get into him in a second. He had Sonic locked up for about 6 months, but sat on it. Let's go through this for just a sec here. Of course, it's the player character.
Is unstoppable. Without Sonic, the people are losing hope and giving into despair.
Despair is a luxury we don't have.
I still dream that Sonic is with us. Do you think he might be...
I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist. Sonic is gone, Amy, and Tails has just lost it. If we're going to win, we have to do it without them.
Silver's right. We've been hoping for a miracle these past 6 months, but I'm afraid we have to make our own miracle.
Eggman's army has everyone terrified. If we want the people to rally, we have to show them that strength doesn't just come from numbers.
Not everyone is terrified. Isn't a new recruit joining us today?
Yes, a survivor from the city, right?
I'm accessing the file now.
Wait, okay.
Knuckles, what's the sit-rep, Commander?
Happy to see you're all still alive. Eggman's forces have chewed through our defenses at Green Hill, and the resistance in the city is reporting that whatever it is that finished Sonic... Sorry, I'm still not used to saying that. Whatever it is has got them running in fear. All except for this brave kid who survived the battle and made it here in one piece. Meet our newest recruit.
Doesn't look like much.
Neither do you, Charmy, but I still managed to find a use for your pointy butt. Here, kid, take this. We're depending on you. Okay, let's get going, everybody. The world's not gonna save itself.
Right.
Yeah.
I just received
Course.
some incredible news. Sonic is alive.
See? Like, right after the thing of, oh, Sonic's dead. Suddenly, wait a minute. Eggman actually sat on the fact of killing his biggest rival? What? It doesn't make any sense in my mind. Except for one little smidge. If he kept him alive, I bet he kept asking him one question through all those years, through those months. tortured him with the idea of that the war could have been prevented if Sonic had joined Eggman when he had the chance. Of course, in Sonic Frontier, that motive actually still seems to stick around. He still wanted Sonic and his team. Why do you think he sent Sage, his daughter of AI, and there's no pushing me away from that idea? Because, I mean, he says at the end of Sonic Frontiers, that's my girl. To help Sonic find the emeralds. Because he wanted to see if they could really work as one. Heck, she made sure Sonic survived the fight. Why? For Eggman to turn our blue blur. I'm doubtful he'll succeed, honestly. But then there's also Metal Sonic. Which, again, it's very obvious. The blue metallic blur has made it very obvious through the years that he does not like his copy. I wonder if that's for more reasons than we think. Because if we think about it, if Eggman wanted the real version, Metal would have been told this, that he would eventually be replaced by his real-life copy. And I think it's why Metal Sonic actually grew so hateful in his way of being. It's because he knows that someday, if Eggman ever got the real copy, he would just be thrown aside and replaced with the real version. I wouldn't be surprised if that's why he's so dead set on killing the hedgehog. Only future games will tell, I guess. But that's just a theory. And I would rip off Mappa here. But nah. I'll leave the rest of the figuring out to you guys. See you all!